Multiple choice questions on reciprocal functions. Question 7. Interval of increasing. Well, here we have a couple of questions which are all multiple choice, and many of times I've seen them in knowledge-based questions. Normally test paper may start with these multiple choice questions, right? Now, I have a series of them so that you understand the whole concept and thereby get excellent marks. So we have 3 questions here which are talking about interval of increasing for reciprocal functions. So let me also explain you one thing, that when we are doing reciprocal of a function, so if the function is increasing, reciprocal will decrease. That is important to understand, yes? If the function is positive, reciprocal will be positive. If a function is negative, its reciprocal will be negative. Keep in mind before answering your questions, okay? Now, I'd like you to copy the questions or go through them or stop the video and answer the questions and then move on and look or listen to my suggestions, okay? A. Where does the reciprocal of function this increase? Okay, so let's try to sketch it. 3 minus x. That means y-intercept is 3, slope is -1, so it is like line going down. Now, where does the reciprocal increases? This function is, like you have seen, decreasing all over the place, right? So the function will be increasing all over, but this point is not in the domain, because for the reciprocal we'll have a vertical asymptote at this point, and this is the point when x becomes 3. When x is 3, this becomes 0, right? So at 3, so we say it is actually increasing all the way except for at point plus minus 3. So the answer is, except at x equals to 3, and therefore the answer is B, correct? That is how we can get this answer. Next one. Identify interval of increasing for this function. Now here I have a different approach. We are given a function and we know the restriction is that x is not equal to 4. So in any case, x has to be not equal to 4. That much I should know, right? Now we have to see, identify interval of increasing or decreasing, correct? So if you really want to sketch it, then that is one option. You can sketch it, right? So at 4 we have a vertical asymptote. So let me draw a vertical asymptote here now, this time in orange. And we have a horizontal asymptote at 1, right? So let me draw this horizontal asymptote in 1, right? Now, what we can do is we can just take a point. If we take a point more than 4, then what happens? Let's say if I write 5 here. So this is positive, that is also positive. Rather, anything on plus 4 will give me positive. Is it okay? So I have a function here on this side, positive. Do you see that? If x is more than 4. If x is negative, if I write, less than 4. So what do I have? If it is less than 4, but let's say if it is 0, in that case we do get 5 over minus 4. That means the function is negative. It's kind of fear, right? So we get an idea that this function is going to be kind of like this. Do you see that? Right? If this is my horizontal asymptote, right? So we are approaching horizontal asymptote in this fashion. So I'll just say this graph will be kind of like this. What this is -5 for me, and like this, correct? Now, as you can see from the graph, interval of increasing, the graph actually decreases all the way. Do you see that? Graph is decreasing all the way. So graph is actually never increasing, right? So identify the interval of increasing. The answer is none, right? So that is our solution. Now, part C. Where does the reciprocal of f of x equals to x squared increases? So let's draw a reciprocal of x squared, right? So x squared will be a function like this, and its reciprocal should be, so we have a vertical asymptote here since that is the 0, and that is our reciprocal, correct? So we see that it is increasing and then decreasing. So it increases when it is less than 0. Do we have an option here? X less than 0 is the right value. So we get C as the correct answer. Therefore, you see, if you sketch it, it is much better and easier for you. At times the functions may be very complicated, that's a different story, but most of the time it is easier to visualize it and then make a selection rather than just reading all the options and making a selection. Okay, thank you.